And greetings, weather prognosticator and meteorologist Chad Merrill with an update on Isaias on this August 2nd. There are pros and cons to the development of this particular storm system. It is fighting a lot of drier air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and tropical systems like a lot of moisture, so that's one inhibiting factor. There's also plenty of wind shear present as the storm system moves north. There's a ton of very strong winds, so that will limit the development of this particular storm system as it moves north parallel to Florida's eastern coast. However, there is warm water as the sea surface temperature anomalies are about 1 degree Celsius above average, so that will keep the storm system from completely collapsing. So what's going to guide the storm system? Well, there's a trough of low pressure. You can see with these wind barbs here, basically a dip in the jet stream that's going to allow the storm system, which is right off the coast of Florida, it's going to continue to move north, and then once it hits this trough, it's going to go real fast up the coast. So what does all that mean? First of all, positively tilted trough, which is exactly what we have across the nation's midsection, helps to enhance storm movement, tropical storm movement, keeps it from being over one location for an extended period of time, and also keeps it from developing into a prolific storm system. Unlike a negatively tilted trough, when the axis is pointed more towards the southeast, that helps to scoop the storm up, also enhance some of the rain and wind impacts with it as it moves north. So I'll just give you an example of negatively tilted trough storms. So in other words, these are hurricanes that have hit the U.S. with a negatively tilted trough, and one of those is actually Hurricane Hazel. This was back in 1954. Notice the big dip in the jet stream here, and it helped scoop the storm, which was right here off the coast, and push it north and east. And actually, Hazel produced at a 92-mile-an-hour gust. That was in Hagerstown, Maryland, so all the way to the I-81 corridor and 3 inches of rain. Sandy was the second costly cyclone to hit the U.S. since 1900, and also was associated with a pronounced jet stream that was coming in from the west. And this was also in October. So once we get later in the season, the jet stream winds help to enhance storm development, but that's not what we are seeing with this particular storm system. Sandy, of course, was back in 2012. So here's the forecast track of the storm. By Monday evening, it's very close to the South Carolina coast. It likely pushes inland and just accelerates like crazy as that trough picks it up. So by Tuesday evening, it's in southeastern parts of New Jersey, and then Wednesday evening, right there along the coast of Maine. So it's not going to be in any one spot for a long period of time. Here's what we can expect with the impacts. Yes, it is going to bring a considerable amount of rain in a short period of time. 3 inches of rain basically from I-95 to the coast, 2 to 3 inches east of the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains. And you can see the peak wind gusts, 50 to 60 miles an hour along the coast, 35 to 45 miles an hour farther inland. The rain is needed across I-81. There will be about 1 inch of rain, and the peak gusts, not much, about 30 miles per hour. Once you get west of the Allegheny Plateau, it'll be dry along the I-79 corridor. The rain is needed because there's about 1 inch to 2 inches below average in terms of rainfall over the last 60 days. So this storm is going to help lower these deficits along the I-81 corridor, and of course bring a little bit of a surplus along and east of the Appalachian Mountains. So here are some of the key takeaways for the Mid-Atlantic. It's a fast-moving storm. It's also parallel to the coast. It's not coming perpendicular into the Mid-Atlantic. That's when we get major problems. But this one's very fast-moving. That will limit the widespread power outages and widespread damage from I-95 to the coast. Keep in mind there's a full moon on Sunday that will enhance the flooding, but just right along the shoreline between noon and 6 on Tuesday. Most of the power outages will be confined within 50 miles of the beaches. Flash flooding is likely east of Interstate 81. Typically have that with thunderstorms anyways in the summertime. But the widespread flooding that closes a couple of roads, that'll just be along and east of Interstate 95. And that will be basically Tuesday afternoon. So we are expecting the strongest winds and the heaviest rain that I mentioned in the previous graphic to fall within a 4 to 6 hour time frame between noon and 6 Tuesday. And as you typically get with these tropical systems, east of their track, you have a potential for 1 or 2 brief tornadoes. Not a major tornado outbreak like you would see in the central part of the U.S., but there could be 1 or 2 brief tornadoes and waterspouts east of I-95 Tuesday afternoon and evening as the storm makes its closest approach. So that's what we can expect. And of course, Labor Day forecast here, mostly sunny to partly cloudy. Looking forward to early September already. And we've had this forecast up before, so no problems for our Labor Day weekend. Don't forget to log on to almanack.com. Pretty soon we'll have the 2021 Almanack edition ready for you, and you can find out more information on how to purchase that on our website. Everyone have a great weekend.